This bike has been hanging from my ceiling here for I don't even know how long, well over a year. I haven't even ridden a bike in over a year, really. When Sarah was here, we did a bike ride down at the beach at one point, and I gear these things so high. I got a 16 on the rear and a 46 on the front that I stressed my joints doing that ride with her. And then we did a hike the next day, and you guys might remember I kind of pinched my knee. At any rate, my buddy Aaron was here over the weekend, and he's currently riding a bicycle from the ocean to Chicago on Old Route 66. And this bike was hanging on the ceiling, and I told him, I was like, I want to ride it, but I have this drum brake on there. I cannot get the thing to work right. Like, I took it apart, everything else. I got the heavy-duty mountain bike lever, the vintage one. He goes, well, you know, maybe you need a V-brake lever. It's got more pull. And I went, oh, didn't even think of that. Never thought of it. And sure enough, I mean, I go in my kitchen, there's a table there, and there's a couple tins, and one of them has brake levers in it, and I had some V-brake levers. Don't ask me why. I tear apart a lot of bikes, or I have in the past. I had the right lever, put it on, looks like it's going to work. So I'm going to do a test ride to the shop right now, and I'll show you a couple things. I also put some new pedals on the bike, and I'll do this. We'll give it a test ride, and we'll talk about it when we get to the shop. So this is a mid-1980s Worksman. You guys have seen this before on the channel, and it's like every time I do something different to it, I kind of do a video on it. I've had this on the back of the van. I've taken it to New Jersey. I've ridden it all over the place. It's had different configurations. It's had gears. I had picked up this set of Worksman wheels. I think we could see it from here. And they're aluminum, heavy duty, and it came with this front drum. It took me a while to figure all this out, but I got it. Here's the lever I was talking about. So now it stops. I'm excited to ride it. What was happening with the other mountain bike lever is it was bottoming out at the grip. So we're golden now. Like, I could, with the old lever, I could pull it in and still push the bike forward. With this one here, it locks up. I've got a Johnny True Torch double clamp stem here, and of course, now that I touch the bike, it's going to roll. And I just picked up these vintage Odyssey pedals, triple traps, which I like. I was going to clean them up, but they were sitting on the shelf, and Aaron's like, whoa. He's like, I love those, were great pedals. He's like, I used to break them all the time. So Aaron was known as Helmet Boy in the BMX world back in the 90s. You could probably look him up and find some footage on him. And it's a CBE 110 coaster brake, running the old person saddle, which I prefer running like the B72, the Brooks. But this is actually pretty comfy, and I just like the way it looks on this bike. It's covered in dust because it's been hanging from the ceiling. Yeah, 180 millimeter cranks. No. Looks like 175 millimeter cranks on this. And you guys know this is an old Schwinn sprocket, and I had to machine down the like that hi-hat washer in there to make all that work. So it's got a Schwinn front fork on it. It's got the Tick 1 bars. I got the Indian head nickel in there. These are 4130 handlebars, and yeah. So I'm going to ride it to the shop, see how that goes. It's been a while. And it was funny, I used to be in this routine of riding to the shop 3 to 5 days a week. It's just under 3 miles each way. If we called it 2.5, it would be, if I came home for lunch like I used to, that's 5 miles in the morning, 5 miles in the afternoon. So that's 10 miles a day on the bike, and that's really good. You get in pretty good shape doing that. And I got to start doing that again. I just don't do the lunch thing anymore. I eat later. It's a long story. I'm going to get on it now. I'll give you guys a report when I get to the shop. And then I got to come back. And then I got to eat. And then I got to get some glass for a window. Maybe I'll show that to you in the video. But stick around. It's not over. All right, I need to tighten the cable a little bit on that brake at the stop, at the little bolt down there. So I'll back out the cable adjustments, tighten that up a little bit more, and I'll get it perfect. This is the window I was talking about. Did a little short tip on this the other day, and that was Friday, so I put the plywood in there until I could get the glass. And anyhow, so quick update on Aaron. He was texting with me last night. I noticed this with his bike. It looked like, his bars were pretty low to me, but Aaron's a taller guy with longer arms, so I didn't say anything. But he was saying how he needs a higher bar to be more comfortable riding. And, I wish we would have discussed all that more and he had more time, because I would have set his bike up for him. I would have given him a pair of motocross bars or something. Because when you're riding long distance, I know some people are into that road bike thing where they put drop bars on. I don't see, when you're old, how that's comfortable. You're riding 30 to 60, 70 miles a day. I don't see how you do that. This setup right here, it's not a sit up and smile ride like a cruiser. I am leaning forward. If you look, the bars are just a little bit taller than the seat. So, if your saddle's higher than your bars, you're asking for pain. If you're riding a speed record, you're going downhill on a mountain bike or something, it makes sense because you can adjust, the response time and everything a little bit quicker. But when you're in the saddle all day on a road, make it easy on yourself. There's no reason, no reason to beat yourself up physically like that. At any rate, that's it for this video. I'm tired. My left knee is hurting a little. It's been too long. I might have to re-gear this and put a larger sprocket on the rear, just until I get, I just won't push it. I'll ride it back in a little bit, and that'll be it for now. And I'll do this a couple times this week, and then I'll just build back up to it. I think that's all I need. Just got to get my body used to this again. So I know a lot of you guys will appreciate this because there hasn't been enough bicycle content for most of you here. And if you watched my Sunday night chat video this week, I said some things that YouTube had a problem with. So they rated it not eligible for most ads. So I'm not really making, I can still make some money on that video. It's really up to you guys to watch it and share it. Many of you don't think the way that I do, and that's fine. I don't care about being right. Some guy was like, "Oh, you lost me on the alien thing. You got to stop talking about that, or you're gonna lose all credibility." Dude, I don't care about credibility. This is not. I'm not trying to be known as some, driving force in media or something where everything I say has to be that perfectly correct. And if you don't believe in something, that's fine. If I'm into it, I am, and your opinion isn't going to sway me. I back up my stuff with the stuff that I've looked into, and that's what I believe. So you're free to believe what you want, even if you believe I'm wrong. And if that makes it so you can't watch me, then go away. I don't care that much about it. It's not a popularity contest for me. And I'm just happy with the little bit of growth I do see on the channel. So thank you all for being here. Have a great day. Be kind to one another. And I'll catch you in the next one.